Wow. It's so much prettier through binoculars. RS Ophiuchi in full bloom. I'm glad we got to see this in time, babe. Yeah, almost once in a lifetime. It happened when we were toddlers, and it will happen again. But not as bright. It's probably the rarest thing we'll ever get to see. Yeah, rarer than black holes. Rarer than pulsars. Okay, smarty pants. Yes, rarer than magnetars. As far as we can see. But damn! Have you been watching those astronomy videos? You used to make fun of me for. Oh, so now you tell me you're hooked. I guess you know what is we're looking at them. Hey? So close. But no. Not a supernova. So, on my game though, I'll definitely give you bonus points. Because you are the loveliest, smartest, most attractive contestant I've ever had on my roof. Yeah, here, I brought a couple of extra blankets. The stars can wait. I still want to make sure the one I love is all warm and bundled up fast. So yeah, what was I? No, not a supernova, just a nova. Not that they knew the difference when they were naming them. The supernova is the end, but when a star goes boom, it fused all its hydrogen and wants one last go, saying, "Boy, universe!" So, when the outside gets heavier, gravity starts getting too hectic, and the stars outside rush into the middle as hard and as fast as they can. There, they smack into the core. Sadly for it, gravity and the giant star swath of outer layers come together so hard that the poor thing gets crushed. Sometimes it'll become an itty bitty white dwarf star. Our sun will do that. Sometimes it's crushed so hard it turns into, yes, the ultimate kits and bin of the universe, a black hole. I wish we had these conversations more often. Anyway, the bits that weren't in my care bounce off and fly off into the galaxy, making heavy metals that seed gas clouds that one day turn into even more solar systems just like ours. Nope, got you on a technicality because I only just read this today. What we're looking at is a false start. I told you, it was different, babe. I just wanted to lay out the same for you. Same for you. You know, try to press you with my version of one of the universe's most beautiful stories and endings and new beginnings. RS Ophiuchi is a nova, not a supernova. That means that we're looking at a couple of stars, not one. One giant bright. Yes, and full of gas. The other is one of those white dwarfs I mentioned. Really small, but extremely heavy, and it starts to drain everything off its partner, creating a big swirling disk of super heated, super dense gas falling down into the white dwarf. Yeah, moosing is the cosmetic moose. Kind of a sad way to put it. Hmm. But sometimes, as the gas is pulled from a big, bright, impressive star, the disk becomes so dense and so hot that it causes a nuclear explosion. And it's massive, like so bright that we can see it with the naked eye all the way from here. You could really be the one that's explaining this to me. You're right, but the bit that makes it rare is that it keeps happening to this one pair of stars. We've only seen this kind of thing 10 times in the Milky Way and barely at all from other galaxies. On the other hand, these are like nearly 40 of your favorite magnetars in our Milky Way. Sadly, one day, the white dwarf will have leaked so much of its partner's bright layers that it will finally explode forever, sending its partner flying off into the galaxy while it collapses into a dark remnant of its former self. So our sun will live for ages then. But that's because it's on its own, right? You get it, don't you? You know why I took the time to tell you the story like that? Yeah? Is that why you're crying? I'm sorry, babe. I wanted tonight to be like our first date up here on the roof because I knew it would be our last one. I know. But I'm not going to hold you back with a long distance relationship. While you go off to college and I stay here as a groundskeeper, I love you. And I don't want to cause either guilt or its colours. You'll meet someone who makes your heart flutter within a week. All I'll be is a rock keeping you down. I'm not the only person who will love you, babe. But I love you enough to let you experience as much as you can. I don't know. Maybe one day you'll be with an astronaut, or even another marine biologist like you. No, I haven't stopped loving you. I never will. But I don't want the last chapter of this amazing, life-changing, hot loving conversation to be one of us getting drunk 100 miles away from each other and resenting the other because we had to say no to someone, or worse, resenting ourselves because we said yes. I can't. I can't do a long distance relationship. Even if you think you can, I look at you. I'm the same old kid who fell in love with you in middle school. It's still inside me, and always will be. But I'm not foolish enough to think I'm the right person for you for the rest of your life. But part of me, that, no stop, just hold me. The part of me that genuinely loves you is excited to see who you go out with and become without me holding you back. I look forward to meeting the person who you find to spend the rest of your life with. Knowing you, the real you, makes me know that I'll dig the person and that they'll be my best friend. How? If I find someone too, we can always go on double date when you come back home to see your mother for holidays. Please, baby, please, think about it. Let's make tonight a beautiful end to the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to me. I don't want to lie to you and say, well, get through it together. I kind of don't think we should. Life's big, and I'm not too proud to admit that your goals in life are bigger than mine. So, just love me. And that's what's one of the most perfect sights the universe can show us, together, and write the story of a perfect goodbye we said to our first loves.